Alright folks, today I'm going to go over making a plate. Plates can be really quick once you figure out the simple technique. Most of it comes from the centering and the flattening out of the clay. So here we go. And of course this is how I make a plate. There are probably hundreds of different ways that other potters make plates, but this is what works for me. So I have my clay here. Very important that you start out by doing some coning. Since a plate's going to have a wide surface area at the bottom, it's going to want to dry uneven. So we want to make sure the clay is nice and compressed. So that's why I do a good bit of coning before I really get going. Now that I have it centered, I'm going to flatten it out. I have my hand here on the side. I'm going to push down with the meat of my fist. I'm resisting the outside so that it doesn't roll over as I push down. So that the outside stays pretty square. I usually flatten it to where I have about an inch of clay. Now I'm going to add the hole. I'll do it with just my fingers so you can see a little better. I take my two hands on top of each other, brace my elbows. I take my middle finger and start my hole down the middle. Just a little bit. I don't want to go too far. Remember, I only have about an inch of clay down there in total. Now I'm going to slowly pull straight back towards myself. I'm going to move over to the sponge, pull the rest of the way. Now we almost have a plate. Now it's important to compress your rim. So 2 points on the side and 1 on top. Just kind of add pressure equally. The reason why that's important is, again, we're stretching this clay out and we don't want it to crack apart. It's all about getting those clay molecules compressed very nicely. Now we come to the part that makes or breaks the plate, and that's the angle of our outer flange here. So I'm going to pull just a little bit and bring this out. I can't go too far because otherwise it'll collapse. So it can only be so flat, and that's just going to have to come with experience. You want to make sure you have enough support clay so that you can get it flat so you don't have a bowl. That's pretty good. I'm now going to finish compressing the clay here with my rib, my wooden rib. I like to use the round side. I lay it flat, or relatively flat against there, not straight on. I use 2 hands and I push and slowly go from the middle to the outside, right where that flange begins. I might do that a couple of times. Now, we could call this a finished plate, but I like to add a little detail in my plates with this little corner. Soften that sharp edge, and that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment.